Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly and this is Flair and Grace, the place where I share with you my reselling journey. So I go out to thrift stores and rescue clothes from the landfills and give them new life and new love and resell them on places like eBay and Poshmark for a profit. So I am out here today to share with you the 5 things that I did in my reselling business that helped me get, I'm going to say, more consistent sales. And first of all, I'm going to share with you that I started off this journey of reselling way long time ago, but always did it kind of like as a little bit of a hobby. When my son was younger, I would resell his clothes out on eBay. Anything that I had gotten, I sold it out on eBay. I kind of tried a little bit of a like liquidation type thing, and just to see with clothing, just to see how that would work. And every once in a while I'd get hard goods, I'd sell it out there. Then Poshmark came along and I dabbled a little bit in that, put some stuff, I thought, well, I'm getting rid of this. This is so cute. I don't want to, I'd rather resell it and give it to somebody else that, I know. So, I started my Poshmark closet, I don't know, a few years ago maybe, but really never took it seriously. And then this past year in 2022, I had a career change where I worked in distribution, managing a warehouse. I left that job to pursue my dream, which is to have a Reiki business. And, starting off something like that, it takes a little while to get consistent income. So I needed to do something on the side, to do some like a little side hustle besides doing that. So here I am reselling. So in the beginning of 2022, well, I should say starting like in June, because that's when I really started to track my numbers on this, is, I kind of did it where I'd throw a few things out there. I'd thrift when I could. I really wasn't doing, thrifting every week, consistently listing, that sort of thing, until later in this like probably like the third and fourth quarter. So I'm going to share with you my numbers starting in June of what I did in reselling, and then what I did at the from June to December each month. So in June, I brought in $134 in sales. Now, the things that were listed in these first couple of months were a lot of it I had from my own inventory. They weren't a lot of things that I had gone out and bought at the thrift stores. So in June, $134 in sales. July, $103 in sales. August is where I started getting more serious with this business. And when I say that, I started really tracking what if I got it from a thrift store, how much my cost of goods, and really logging all those expenses and sales. So in August, this is after cost of goods, I brought in $215. And so in September, you'll notice I brought in, and this is after cost of goods and after expenses and fees and all that, I brought in $498 in the month. In October, it was just about $300. In November, so this is really where I started kicking in and consistently listing. In November, wait, what is this? Yeah, okay. It's $625. And then in December of 2022, my take home was $587. And I wanted to go over with you the 5 things that I changed to start seeing this increase of sales. So first of all, I really just do this, I'm going to say, on a part-time basis, because literally I found that listing 5 items a day, 5 days a week is my maximum right now. with, my life and, balancing out, with my husband and my Reiki business, doing 5 items a day, 5 days a week is where I want to be at. So the number one thing that I did was to list things consistently. And to list things consistently, I had to commit to going to the thrift store 1 time a week, 2 times a week to be able to source inventory, which I wasn't doing before. So listings consistently and getting that inventory and getting that, up and out there on my on my platform, so eBay and Poshmark. And these aren't in any kind of order. The second thing I did is and I'm a big proponent. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch a lot of other resellers. And one thing they're always doing is checking the comps. So I had to, why would they do that? And so really going out there and checking the comps and figuring out, the what sold, what items are selling for. Because, for example, if you're picking something up at the Goodwill, and my Goodwills are $5.99 here for most items, $7.99, $9.99. I mean, these prices are crazy. And if you look through the comps, and the average solds are only maybe $20, you're paying $6, $10 for something you're selling for $20. Take the fees off of that. So really, you're not really making that much money. So, which is okay if you do a high volume business, but so to educate yourself on the comps. So you don't want to buy something for $6, $7 and be able to list it for $15, because really, is that really worth your time and your effort unless you're going to be doing a lot of these? So I really educated myself on the comps, and when I was looking for things, I'm like, maybe, I think it's really cute and I like it, but is it really going to sell for? Is it really worthwhile my time? The third thing I did was I really started paying attention to the brands that other resellers were picking up. Now, did I just blindly go out there and look? No. But what I did was educate myself on the brands so I knew what to look for. So I could, that is selling. Or like some of these brands I had never even heard of. Or like, that might be a good brand. Take the time to look up the comps and, then judge, is it worth me picking up or not? So I did a lot of that. And I really like Kaylee at Well Traveled, because she does a lot of videos on what she's picking up. And again, she says it too. Don't just blindly pick things up, check the comps. Because there's a lot of factors in an item. This could be another thing too. There's a lot of factors in clothing that make it worth selling. If it's silk, if it's wool, if it's cashmere, those kind of things. I like to pick up linens. So those kinds of things are factors that could be stacked to make an item more worthwhile, more worthy. And then I keep saying it, but number 4 was tips from other resellers and seeing how they're running their business and what the best practices that they are doing to have that they are successful. Now, you don't have to run your business in that same way, because what I found myself is that I have to find what works for me. I'm a one-person show. So I am not going to be picking up 200 items a week and listing 30 items a day, nor do I really want to work to that level. I want to figure out what works for me, but I can see how they're doing it, putting their stuff into an inventory, keeping track on spreadsheets, checking the comps, maybe how they're shipping, that sort of thing. So, setting up systems and processes so that I can manage more by myself. and seeing how they're doing it. So I really got educated on what some really successful resellers are doing. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you. The fifth thing was I was not only being active on the platforms with consistency and consistent listing, but also sending offers. I send offers all the time. As soon as I saw on eBay, as soon as somebody's watching my item and I get a notification, I send an offer. On Poshmark, when people are liking my items, I send a 10% off offer. I don't feel like I price my items that high, so I think a 10% offer is a nice little discount for somebody to, and people expect offers on Poshmark, so if you feel like, sometimes I think, well, put my, $2 more on that because I'm going to be giving an offer for $2 off plus discounted shipping. But, excuse me, but, so I've been really active on the platforms that way. And that is another thing, I guess, that makes your things go higher up in their algorithms. So these are the 5 things that I've incorporated into my business. Starting probably the 3rd, and so as you see from my numbers, I really started getting serious in August and then September, and really started pumping up and listing consistently, making sure I'm finding things that do have good sell-through rates. I'm not just picking up, things that are just really oversaturated, and, really looking for some, bolos, be on the lookouts. So I hope that helps you as because I see a lot of people getting into reselling, a lot of new sellers on Poshmark. And, I even have a girlfriend who's just getting rid of some stuff and listing it. So she's kind of like the list it and forget it. But to really if you really want to get into this, at least try that out for 3 months and list, even if it's 2 things a day, 5 days a week, whatever it may be. But I found that the consistent activity, it really pays off in the end. And it's just I only have maybe 330 items in my store right now. So I don't have a big inventory. So these numbers for me, I think are, right now, just building this business and as a side income has really worked. So thanks for watching, you guys. I really love putting out these videos and just, sharing with you my journey. And it may not be right for you, and you might go a different way, but hopefully you can take some tips and some nuggets out of this video and apply it into your own business. And I wish you many successes in 2023. Thanks, guys.